Polarity it's so interesting because I think there is this modern day belief system that that duality, we have to get out of this like duality thinking, this polarity thinking. And they're not quite the same thing. And polarity means that everything has an opposite. And it's true that we live on this 3 dimension called Earth, and everything has its opposite. And it has its pole opposite. And so we could just say what, black or white, you know, light or dark, happy, sad, life, death, you name it, right? Everything has its pole opposites. But the principle of polarity is a little deeper than that. We go a little deeper, and we understand that there is potentially another point that arises, and that opposites aren't really opposites, but they're really an optical illusion. Why is that? Because opposites are a mere reflection of perception. What do I mean by that? What I mean is that as we experience our life, okay, and all the things that are going on the outside of our lives, right? We can look at the political landscape, we can look at the weather, we can look at violence, we can look at wars, we can look at everything in the way of polarity. But the extremes are only half truths because opposites only vary in the degree of the same thing. So let's take, for example, temperature. We have on one side of the spectrum hot, extreme hot, scalding hot. And then on the other side, we have cold, ice cold, frozen. But they're really varying degrees of temperature. There's still temperature. And so this interesting conversation that we have about the principle of polarity is that polarity is really the same, but it only alters or differentiates in its variation. And we can just see it based on the example of the temperatures. That's how everything is. And I'm going to go so far, and then Chris, I would love for you to talk about this. Just in temperature alone, have you ever felt that you put your hand or a finger into something so cold that it actually felt hot, or something so hot that it actually felt cold?
Right? All the time. Every time I do a polar dip.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So, but where we get caught up and tripped up is that we live life only thinking that it's one or the other, when in fact and at any point we have the ability to put our finger on this record of life and put it down like an old record player where we want to create our experiences. Polarity is that we get to choose where we want to put the finger of our perception. What do we want to experience? It's really truly up to us. We don't have to live in extremes, but yet we are filled with narratives in our external world of extremes. All we have to do is click on the news and see that. But on another side to this is that there's something that's very beautiful about experiences that have happened to us that may have been very, very difficult. And one of the reasons is because it will then provide us the opportunity to appreciate and understand what it's like to feel the opposite.